G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. You may have had enough of me by now if you watched yesterday's vlog. If not, go and check it out now before you watch the rest of this. Fair to say, yes, obviously there's a lot of camera on me for it, but it was definitely a bit of the Hodgie show, I'd say. He followed me pretty much every step of the way. The only little bit that he wasn't there for, I got lost in Bayswater. I turned left when he said, "Don't turn left there, make sure you turn right." I didn't listen and I got lost, slowed down a little bit. That was one of my slowest Ks actually, 4:06. Anyway, some of Hodgie's commentary for that trip is just fantastic. So if you haven't watched it, check out the upper right hand corner link now, go do that. I'm actually meant to be running Run Melbourne pretty much now, but it's been cancelled because Melbourne's or Victoria's lockdown was extended again. So it was good to be able to run yesterday. Chose to run yesterday rather than this morning because the forecast for this morning was meant to be rain, hail, really strong winds, maybe even some snow down to 400 meters. But as you can see, it's calm and lovely and sunny this morning. But I'm glad we got the run out of the way. So this morning I can just relax on my walk with Wilson and talk to you fine people. So as you can imagine, pretty stoked with yesterday's run. My aim was to be able to run under 1 hour 24 minutes 24 seconds for the half marathon, which I knew was doable because I've run in the 125s on my own before. But the thing that made me most worried was the fact that I would be running it on my own, not in a big race. But having the support of Hodgie there really made a massive difference. So again, thank you for filming, Hodgie. Thanks for bringing all our 6 viewers along for the ride, and thanks for supporting me through. No doubt it made a big difference for me, for the enjoyment I had, but also the time that I ran and hitting a new PB. By the way, if you hadn't noticed, the run going on in the corner at the moment is yesterday's half marathon, the time warp video that was on the front of Hodgie's bike. I ended up finishing the 21.1 Ks in 1 hour 23 minutes 10 seconds, so about a minute 14 ahead of what I was really hoping to achieve. So smashing that, it was a great feeling. It's nice to wake up this morning knowing that I'd done that. The pressure's off for a little while, I guess, and just able to enjoy my soreness. Not feeling too bad this morning, just a little bit sore through the legs, but nothing major. Going for a nice long 10k walk this morning, and I'll go for a little 5k jog with my girls right after I get home. My running this week, the Ks were significantly down, which was part of the plan for a couple of reasons. One, I was doing more speed work, so you just need to leave a little bit more time for the body to recover between sessions, but also because I was tapering ready for the run, well, Sunday's run, this morning's run, which I ended up doing yesterday morning. I did a bunch of walking, but again, nothing crazy. And it is definitely good because I'm looking at all of this as part of my lead up to the Melbourne Marathon in October. And if that gets cancelled, I'll be significantly more disappointed than I was for the half marathon. But this is all in the lead up to the Melbourne Marathon, and I think when I started this vlog it was about 5 months, maybe 6 months until the race, and I just wanted to document my training program, how I was feeling each week. I hate using the word, but in my journey towards running faster than I have before at the Melbourne Marathon. So yeah, you don't build a training program for 6 months and just keep upping the Ks and holding it at a really high level for a long time. So it's good to have these down weeks in that training block. It's a little bit of a roller coaster that happens throughout. So every month or 6 weeks even, I'll try and build in a bit of a lighter week to really give the body a chance to absorb all that training, just try and avoid any injuries, and then building towards the next big training block. So for me, I'm going to have probably a bit of a slower week this week. I might up the Ks significantly from 40 to, we'll just see how the body is, maybe about 60 Ks this week, but nothing at a terribly high intensity. But then I will really build the kilometres again over the next, I think I have about 10 weeks until the Melbourne Marathon. I'll really build that up further than I've run before, as long as my body's feeling okay with the increased workload. Really build it up and have a crack at running, well, whatever I can run the full marathon in. Earlier this year, when I was speaking to you in my very first vlog, my goal was to run faster than I had before, which is 3 hours 15 minutes. And then I thought it would be great if I could run under 3:10. And I wasn't even making it a goal at that stage, but I wanted to maybe even run under 3 hours. Now, by all the results of different running distances over the last probably 3 or 4 months even, would suggest that I should be able to do it in under 3 hours, and if I didn't, probably just didn't have a great day. So my goals are changing, which is a good thing. It's great to be able to shift them downwards rather than blowing out my estimates out to closer to 4 hours. I'm looking at under 3 hours now, but I'll really gain a better picture of that over the next 8 weeks before I start to taper ready for the full marathon. Definitely a shorter vlog today, and that's definitely intentional because you guys saw plenty of me yesterday. Although, as I said, if you haven't watched that vlog, make sure you go and do that now. Go enjoy the Hodge show, which is what it turned out to be. He's a very, very entertaining fellow. Very much appreciate you, Hodge. I've got a feeling, I don't know why, that he'd make a very good entertainer in life. Maybe a cappella quartet or something. I don't know. Anyway, before I go, just wanted to talk about achieving your goals. Now, for me, obviously, yesterday, I definitely achieved something that I was working very hard towards. But I need to remind myself, and you might need to remind yourselves, once you hit that goal, to actually really sit back and enjoy that. It doesn't mean stop working towards the next thing, but it does mean absolutely just take the time to enjoy the goals that you've hit. So I'm slightly tempted to go back home now and just look at what I'm going to do towards the full marathon, and there'll be time for that. That's probably what I'll be focusing on next week. But for the next few days at least, I'm just going to go out, relax, the pressure's off for a bit, enjoy the running just for enjoyment's sake, not even working towards anything. So my tip of this week is, if you've hit a goal recently, even in the last few weeks, enjoy it, soak it in. You worked towards it, you worked hard, and it's meant to be there to be motivating, but I think they're also a great thing to enjoy. Just don't get complacent. So with all that in mind, next week I'll be riding my new training program, my new training block towards the Melbourne full marathon. But I will be sure this week just to take it easy, relax, and enjoy my running, but also enjoy the fact that I was able to reach a goal that I would not have even imagined probably 6 months ago. As always, thank you so much for tuning in to the Wannabe Runner, and I will see you again next week. Goodbye.